Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to more World Series 2022. Today we have the man himself, Marakar, making his first appearance in this World Series. Down here, down south on Oil Rampage, which Marakar has definitely chosen this map. He's playing with the China Infantry in the Sign Killer, which is Marakar. He loves this map. I see him on it about 20 times a day, at least. Up in the north, facing him today in round one. Very, very tough round one. Big Frank in the purple with the China Vanilla. Yeah, so you faced in one of the top players, probably top three, on his favorite map in the round one of the World Series 2022. It's pretty difficult there for Big Frank, but he might be able to pull a surprise out of the bag. Let's see. We've got Marakar actually going for something funky. He's going for 3 dozers. I think that's a mistake. I have no idea why you would make 3 dozers, because he's sold his CC. Yeah, he sold his CC, but the money saved from selling the CC, you get an extra $1,000. He's actually just built a dozer with it, and that dozer's currently doing nothing. Kind of reminds me of the AI when it makes 24 dozers to start off with, and they all just stand around doing nothing. I think he is going for a big bunker fest. But to be honest, I actually think it's quite difficult for infantry here, because especially if you open quite bunkery like Marakar has, with literally 2 big bunkers to start things off. I actually think if China Vanilla gets up to mix, I actually think he's got a really good chance. And opening bunkery like that, you've got a really good chance of getting to those mix. Plus, I don't like this build order from Marakar. Is that a bit of nerves there from Marakar? Or is it just he's clicking around so fast they accidentally clicked a dozer? Or is it just a really bad build order? Yeah, I don't think making 3 dozers and having them standing around doing nothing is the best option. I would rather keep the CC actually and make a radar, probably. And then when you get all your oils in, then you can make an extra dozer if you really want it. Yeah, but I'm also not convinced about this build order from Marakar. Like, if they get the 3 dozers, I'm not convinced. Like, against the top player, he's going to be going MiGs and you're going to stand no chance. Trust me on that. Seen it many times before. Unless he just wants to bunker, make hackers, and make nukes. Not quite sure, but yeah, not an impressive opening for me, for Marakar to start off here. Unless he's just started off in, like, first gear, because maybe he doesn't see Big Frank as a threat. Big Frank's already making Inferno Cannons, by the way. I suppose it's kind of the right thing to do if you're against bunkers. Personally, I still would be going for mix, going for the napalm. Propaganda now being built by Marakar down in the bottom left. Those are a bit exposed if there is mix. He's got bunkers everywhere. I think he's just settling in to the World Series, starting off slow. Just kind of in chill mode. Yeah. Just in chill mode. Yeah, I suppose after watching many replays of Marakar, he does like to play the longer games. He likes to grab his oils, settle into the game. He's happy to play a 30-40 minute game with 7 oils each. He's happy to do that. Do we ever see Marakar do a no eco and like rush build orders like that? Do we see that or do we not? Outpost gets into the base. Inferno Cannons are dying just to that one loose tank hunter. Can't believe that outpost actually got in so far and still killing stuff. It's killed 2 trucks so far. Why is Big Frank not on any MiGs whatsoever? This is really awful. This is really bad. So I think here, the Firestorm doesn't actually do anything to the Dragon. But the initial shots off the Infernos do. Yeah, Big Frank's just losing the game here to like a couple of tank hunters and a couple of flamers on that one outpost. When he's got so much cash, he's even chasing outposts here. Just not doing anything against the... Don't even think it's a full outpost, but just an outpost. I'm really struggling why there are no MiGs. Because Big Frank is the guy, if you go on Game Ranger, you will always find his games there. 1v1 Pro, Gentle, +++. So he's familiar with 1v1s. He should know his way about the game. I'm very surprised not to see MiGs, but I suppose everyone's brain doesn't work the same. We don't all think the same, otherwise the world would be a very boring place. But I'm surprised he hasn't worked out or hasn't watched any top replays to figure out that as China Vanilla, you make MiGs, you go napalm, and it really wrecks everything that China infantry can do. That is wrecked by 2 MiGs. That's wrecked by 2 MiGs. That's wrecked by 2 MiGs. That's wrecked by 4 MiGs. That whole army is wrecked by 8 MiGs. But Big Frank's just struggling here against a really subpar build order, in my opinion. This army just chilling. Both players floating like 10 to 15k. I honestly don't think I'm sure what I'm watching. I'm not. I don't know. But I did promise I was going to cast every single set, and I do know that some of them are not going to be the greatest. Frank's spending some of his money now. Artillery is coming in though. Lotus has got in the base. Still no airfield, no MiG, no nothing. CC now finally being built by Big Frank. Marakar has doubled the XP. Carpet comes in, wrecking his base. I mean, Big Frank's definitely losing this game 100%. Marakar is actually the first to go on MiGs. Lotus dies. Bit anticlimactic there for Lotus, wasn't it? The moment we saw her, she just like fell on the floor and died. Please don't tell me Marakar's making hackers. Please don't tell me he's making hackers. No, he's not. I think, honestly, there's no reason this game needs to go super late. I think it's clear who is dominant so far with even a subpar level of play, I think. Yeah, the opening build order and stuff like that. But, I mean, Marakar's probably just on autopilot. All of these gats just been sent into the meat grinder. Big Frank.
You are victorious.
I mean, you need to go MiGs. I don't want to sound like a broken record shouting and screaming about MiGs, but he does need to go MiGs. Inferno cannons, okay, when he saw the bunkers, that's a good, I like that line of thought. Okay, guys, bunkering, we need to go artillery. So yeah, Inferno cannons were kind of good, but then he was losing the first Inferno cannons just like to one tank hunter, which I thought was disappointing. He didn't have any defense on the right side, lost his oil and something else to the flamer. But yeah, let's just move on to the next game, 1-0. Okay, then jumping into game number 2. This time we have Marakar up in the top right with the China Vanilla in the Cyan Killer. Down at the bottom left, we have Big Frank with the purple China Infantry. Wonder if we're going to see a Helix here from Big Frank, because I think some fast aggression on a map like this is something that could catch some people off guard. Because most people think this is going to be a long, bunkery macro game, because you've got all of these oils, it's quite easy to get them. But actually, if you did a fast Helix straight down the middle of the map and hunted some dozers, Marakar's gone for 3 dozers again, okay? Yeah, I think if he did a fast Helix across the map and he's only got like 1 gat out, I think he could hunt all of those as kill the war factory, evac, and kill a few other things, and then just bunker, and you could easily win. It is going to be a Helix as well, so I'm wondering how that's going to play out. I hope that Big Frank does this Helix. Oh no, is it going to be a Helix? It could do MiGs. Well, if he does do the Helix, I hope it's as fast as it can possibly be. And by that, I mean, as soon as that airfield is ready, I don't know why I'm getting excited that it's going to be on time. It's not going to be on time, is it? Like, is he going to press the Helix now? No. Okay, he waited like 2 seconds before he pressed it, so that's 2 seconds shaved off it. As soon as it spawns, you want to get the bunker on it, get these guys loaded up, and go straight across the map. Because Marakar's a little bit naked at the moment. He doesn't have any gats apart from here. So it's good that that's been scouted now by Big Frank. Yeah, he doesn't have any tank gats, anything like that. Oh my god, Marakar, what are you doing? I think he's literally in chill mode. I think he is. Look, the Helix going sideways. Why are you going to the right side? Why are you flying right? You need to fly straight down the middle, go straight to the base, kill the dozers, kill the wall. Oh my god. Oh man, it honestly... He's gonna fly straight into a gap without looking. I do wonder sometimes, you know, why I cast these round ones. Oh my god, what is he doing? The only reason you would make a fast helix in this kind of matchup, you'd go straight down the middle. That is when you would get maximum damage done. Why has he waited 30 seconds? He could have killed that dozer. Oh, there's still no gas. It's still going to get something done. Pick off the dozers. Yeah. Surprisingly, it's still kind of working okay. But okay, he's evac before finding the other dozer. Other dozer's over here. He knows that's there, I'm pretty sure, because he had a minigunner and a dozer over there before. He's going to lose all of the guys. For free. It's a little bit painful to watch, I'm not going to lie to you. But I got to remember, this is not Vivid against Marakar. This is not Excal against Size. This is not those kind of players. And that's sometimes what I have to remember. But yeah, you do have to question still some of these decisions. You still have to. I think he's totally maybe not seen that other dozer, but yeah, he saw that gap going up. And if he'd have checked the first replay, he's got to know that Marakar is capable of making 3 dozers, but I guarantee you he didn't check the replay. I mean, yeah, after going for a hefty rush like that, the Inflix is a big, expensive unit, and then not getting the last dozer, and losing the licks pretty much. Like, he went for the power plant, didn't he? But if it had just started attacking the things around it, I always stand by a rule that someone said to me, like, was it like in Command & Conquer Red Alert or something like that? Someone said basically kill the stuff that's killing you first, and then focus on the stuff that's not killing you, because then you'll be able to achieve more. You'll be able to kill the army and then kill all the buildings as well. But yeah, Big Frank is dead here. Yeah, I did say when we did the bracket draw, rest in peace, Big Frank. So I don't know why I'm. I don't know why I get annoyed by a bad helix. It's kind of to be expected. Well, I mean, Marakar at this point is on a million oils. It's just steamrolling across the map. It's going to take an absolute miracle to stop it. It is only a matter of time. Bunker goes to work there on a Flamer. Flamer just taking a load of damage. I suppose, even if Marakar's dozer had been hunted, I think Big Frank still might have lost, because he doesn't really know how to muster the defense. He's still just being steamrolled by a few red guards and a load of tank hunters down the middle. It would certainly be more interesting if he hit the dozer, because then you could do a bunch of flame walls, bunch of bunkers, bunch of Gatling defenses, and you might be able to hold it. But yeah, this is over, man. This is it. Last few buildings remaining for Big Frank in this little portion of the map, and Big Frank has been defeated. The thing is, when you go for a helix, and I've said this a million times before, if you're going for a helix rush, do exactly that. Rush it out. Don't wait 2 seconds before clicking helix. Don't wait 2 seconds before pressing bunker. Don't miss a few tank hunters and have to build them at the last minute and load them up and all that kind of stuff. Don't fly sideways, fly straight across the map. Don't like pause your helix for like 10 seconds at a time. Straight across the map. Relentless with the pressure. Find the dozers. Evac if you need to. I'm not even convinced he needed to evac at that point. Get as much damage as you can done before the licks is going to go down. Then evac. Kill the stuff that's killing you around you if you can win that engagement, because I can guarantee you he could have won that engagement. And then he could have killed all them buildings for free. That was 100% winnable there for Big Frank. It's a bit disappointing, but maybe I'm expecting too much from him. I think I am. Anyway, 2-0. Okay, jumping into game number 3. Looks like we're on Snowy Drought this time, and we've got Marakar down in the south with the GLA Stealth in the Cyan Killer. Up in the north, we've got Big Frank with the purple super weapon. And let's see what build orders they are going to go through now. Yeah, I think one shout out for Frank is that he does put in the effort for Zero. You often see him on Game Ranger. 1v1 pro gentle matches hosted pretty much every day. If you want to go and find a decent level 1v1, you can find him over on Game Ranger. And he is here up against a very tough player that is Marakar. So it is definitely a tough round one that most people actually would not be able to get past. So yeah, Marakar going for a very passive build order. Once again, 3 supplies. Three tunnels. One major thing is here that because you've gone for the 3 supplies, your arms dealer is significantly delayed. He's also got loads and loads of workers here very early on. Weirdly placed tunnel there. Marakar decides that's a bad idea. But yeah, because he's done the 3 supply build order and loads of tunnels to kick things off, actually that arms dealer is very, very slow to upgrade. So his first attack is going to be delayed for sure. What that actually does is when you've got the weaker army that is super weapon, normally you struggle to get units out very quickly. But Big Frank's gone for 3 Chinooks only. To kick things off. And he has managed to get himself out a decent number of these relatively quickly. That, combined with a quite passive Marakar build order here, might actually be able to get the defense in on the first couple of units. So Marakar's going for the typical 1-2 punch combo left and a right. Literally left and right in this case. We've got a tech RPG here for Marakar, which is just providing the distraction. But I think Big Frank is aware that there is a TNT coming in because he saw it with the drone. So we've got a bit of action going on here. TNT almost runs into the Vs, and that is probably, apart from losing 1V, about as good as a start you could want there for the super weapon. I think now what he needs to do is get an ambulance and start pushing it across the map now. Close down the arms dealer whilst Marakar's got very few units out. Marakar's actually done a second arms dealer over on the left-hand side. But Big Frank is still only collecting on 3 Chinooks, so his economy is pretty much half that of Marakar at the moment. Because he's got 3 Chinooks compared to 3 full supplies there of Marakar. But yeah, this will be a good point for Frank to push out across the map and get some damage done. The path is completely open up, ready to go straight across the map, straight to the arms dealer. I don't know about leaving the ambulance way behind like that. Is at risk of getting picked off. You want to be able to heal the Vs straight away. Marakar grabbing the oil down in the bottom right. Sneaky worker on the left-hand side, ready to build the tunnel. Yeah, you see what I mean here? This ambulance is at risk of getting picked off from the back, but is Marakar going to go for the base trade or not? This tunnel just gets up in time, but the ambulance still left at the back there from Big Frank. Huge mistake there, especially turning it around and heading more into the death jaws of Marakar's technicals. And already this attack is looking very... what do I call it? Very dead. Very dead in the water, this attack. Another V going to go low there. A load of missile defenders evac. He is taking a few technicals with him, but the thing is, when you've got double the economy of the super weapon, you can easily come back from this. Also, he's getting all the veterancy, all the XP from all these kills. He's going to get all the scrap, and Big Frank has been defeated. Yep. Very quick game. 3-0 is the score. Okay, moving on to game number 4. We this time have Marakar up in the north with the super weapon in the cyan. Down in the south, we have Big Frank with the purple GLA stealth. I think one thing to get yourself ready for like a World Series set against someone like Marakar is what you see Marakar doing. He's playing multiple challenges every day against top players. He's playing against Vivid. He's playing against Size. He's playing against Shay. These kind of people. And he's playing proper sets like to best of 11, best of 9, best of 13. Sometimes they're sponsored. Once you've played a ton of those, the pressure's already on you in those, because it's kind of like it's not exactly the World Series. It's not the same pressure as the World Series. But if you play a lot of them sets, especially on World Series maps, it gears you up and it prepares you for these kind of events. I've not seen Big Frank doing any of that. There's a drop comes in. Gets 2 of the workers there of Big Frank. He has got a terrorist chasing the dozer, but I don't think he's going to get it. Supply has been stolen a little bit. Or $600 stolen by by Marakar there from the supply. It does kind of override the workers as well, and whilst he's actually collecting, it delays the workers from collecting, which really slows GLA down in the beginning, because your Chinook's there anyway. You might as well steal some supplies if you can. Those are still alive and still being a nuisance. This is just really a distraction for Marakar to do something else back at home, and back at home he's actually gone for oils and kept the CC. So the thing is, if Big Frank had stopped that outright and went straight across the map with a big tech RPG push, Marakar would probably be dead. Round about now, if there's a bit of a tech RPG push coming now. I think that's one thing that might cause problems for Marakar in the future, in future sets. And he may need to adapt a little bit. He's often opening quite passive, sometimes even with like double barracks there, as you would say, and keeping the CC and oils. Yeah, against a hard Russian aggressive player, you will run into problems. Oh man, what we're seeing from Big Frank here. Oh, that's really bad. That is really bad. He's gonna go back in and try to finish it off. Is he gonna get it? He gets it. Okay, he did have to lose the technical on an RPG for it though. But at least he got it. I think he would take that, actually, attacking one RPG. But the problem is that Marakar's now already on one oil. He's going to get his refinery in a second. RPG's being brought with Frank. He's evac'd his little bunker on the right-hand side. There are 3 Vs out, plus an ambulance here for Marakar. Does run into quite some full Vs with the technicals. Got a bunch of rangers over here. I think they were going to go and grab the artillery platforms. 1 V is getting focused down here by the technicals, but they're running into more fully loaded Vs. So 4 technicals there got suicided for 1 V. Was quite a full V though. Ambulance crushers load of RPGs, and that's quite a decent start there for Marakar. He's also long distance collecting still from this supply over on the left. He's got his refinery now, so his Vs are actually pretty cheap now, actually, aren't they? $8.50, take away at $85. Yeah, they're less than 800 now, which is cheaper than Air Force. A few technicals here for pop for Big Frank, but he does not finish the single V. Laserlock comes in, another technical goes down. Yeah, Big Frank not even rushing to defend this actually, but he doesn't have many technicals out anyway. Mainly because he lost that big bunch for 1V here. Yeah, as I was saying before, if you watch Marakar enough, then you're noticing that often he's quite passive. He's often going like 3 supplies or keeping a CC, going for oils really late, war factory, all that kind of stuff. I think that is a key for someone to be able to beat him in the future rounds. For that reason, I think I'll probably pick Vivid to beat him in the round 3 or whatever it is. I think Vivid will recognize that. I think once Marakar gets going, he's really, really strong. But I think someone might be able to take advantage of that passive play. Marakar's now camping one of the arms dealers. Bunch of technicals coming down. Laserlock came in on the technicals. There's only 4 technicals left, but there's even more Vs. Generally, you want to outnumber the Vs. Technicals still running into the Vs, but all of them are going down. And I think that is the end for Big Frank. Game number 4. That is it. Let's not waste any time. Let's go to the next game. Game number 5. Okay, jumping into game number 5. Marakar up in the north of Imminent Victory by Jundi, which is basically Natural Threats, the Arctic Reversed Edition. Up in the north, we've got Marakar with his Cyan China tank. Down in the south, this could be his first win on the board. He's got China Infantry there against tank. That's really, really decent. He's with the purple China Infantry, and that is Big Frank. Interesting going for the barracks first. I think the most normal build order is 2 supplies, war factory, barracks. Load up your first outpost, send it wherever you can. to cause maximum damage. But if you do that, you might be able to load the first outpost up a little bit quicker, but it does slow your economy down because that second supply is getting up slower. Yeah, I prefer the extra economy personally. Big Frank is saving $1,000 there so he can build an outpost. Yeah, I don't know. Does it fill your outpost quicker? Yeah, maybe it does actually by building that. Has it got a minigunner? Yeah, I might stand corrected, to be honest. I think it probably is a better build order because you'll be able to load that outpost up faster. I suppose my way, you'll just have a bit more money in the bank for the next attack. But this way, you get to load up that outpost a bit quicker and send it across the map. So he's got a fully loaded outpost almost to the midway of the map at like 1 minute 30. Is very, very quick. Marakar going for the oils. He's pretty much a player that's always going for the oils. So I think another option there, if you know that for Big Frank, would have been 2 supplies, 2 war factories. War factory, send flamers down the sides of the map straight away to deny the oils. Once they're denied, and he's already invested in the red guard, already invested in the $1,000 for the upgrade. Could be good, yeah. Hence one dozer. Bunker taking an awful lot of damage there as well. Flamer going to enter the base. You need to be aware there could be a flamer coming. These no use sat there. Need a bunker here, bunker there maybe. Outposts at least defending. But our flamer's going to get in and wreck the base. There's also an outpost here. Yeah, Big Frank just totally unaware that could be any kind of counter-attack at all. War factory and supply loss on the right. So, I mean, for that to kind of even out, that would have to do enormous damage. I'd have to kill a dozer as well, plus a war factory, plus a ton of other stuff. But yeah, just one flamer there from Marakar, just simply sent across the map. And Big Frank has not been able to defend it. I don't know why those outposts were just chilling in the middle of the base. Still, though, a war factory here is going to get cleared. Bad target in there on the tank hunters. He was actually shooting both gats at the same time. I want to focus down one, so he can't do damage to you anymore and then focus on the next. But I think it would have get cleared up anyway. Marakar's now going to get another oil. And that's looking very good for Marakar there. You don't want to do a supply like that. You still want to do a perfect supply. Even if you're in a panic just to get that supply back up, it's still worth taking the extra second to get a perfect supply again. Okay, Marakar now dropping down an airfield. He's only got that one dozer left, but I think he's in a good position with having the 2 oils. I think you're happy to trade that bit of damage you took in the beginning for 2 oils. Big Frank pressing down the left. Big Frank losing a dozer there on the right, just to a Gatling. There's a flamer there coming as well. Flamer comes out for Big Frank, but it's not going to do anything to stop this flamer. War factory has to get sold. Big Frank's cleared that oil on the left-hand side. Subliminal messaging is in play for Big Frank. Bad target in there from Marakar. He should have actually focused on the evac infantry instead. But with that second MiG, did kill a ton of stuff at least. Outpost gets popped open, and I think that's it. I think that's game. Or set, even. I think that's set. That is it, 5-0. Yeah, I mean, there was a few times there where Frank had the opportunity to win a few games. Marakar played ultra passive in pretty much all of the games. I think with some nice aggressive strats, Big Frank could have easily got... There was like, what, 3 or 4 opportunities throughout that, I think, where he could have got some wins. Yeah, no MiGs in the first one was a bit of a baffling situation. But anyway, yeah, GG, well played. Nice one to Big Frank for trying, but yeah, unfortunately it matched against a strong player there, which is Marakar. I'm not going to be doing many anti-spoilers, to be honest, because it extends the time of the rendering of the videos and stuff, and since I got to do so many, I would rather get them all out quickly rather than sit there waiting hours and hours for my computer to render a screen that is just black anti-spoiler, especially when you know what the result's going to be anyway. Marakar, Big Frank, what did you think was going to happen? So yeah, GG, well played. Let me know what you thought in the comments. See you in the next one.